Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs. 740-689-6991.
For nearly 90 years, Kumler Collision and Automotive has shown a commitment to excellence with decades of experience and a passion for auto and body repair. Over the years, we've been a big part of seeing this community grow. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about our customers long after they leave. Kumler Collision and Automotive. We're your neighbors, your friends, and if it's important to your family, it's important to ours.
Welcome to the Dream Machine.
Like to be part of Dream Machine, keep me busy, and it's also important that we do it together as a group, and we plow and plant, and we have lots of produce. We have tomatoes like one here, and gourds, cucumbers, squash, crawberries, beets, microgreens. We also have flower arrangement, and we also sell bags, those tote bags out of animal food bags, and we sell them out in the market, farmers market.
It's a special place that keeps people healthy by eating a couple fruits and vegetables. I always show people, first time they pick raspberries and green beans, I show them how to do it like they do it wrong. Picking raspberries and green beans is simplest, easy for me. We're entering some things in the field like pumpkins, the gourds were growing, and everyone likes them. Tasty.
Almost everyone needs a car to get from point A to point B, and many families have 2 or more cars. At Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster, we specialize in hard-to-find used cars. Due to the recent success of the new car market, there is a large inventory of used cars available for resale. We can help you find exactly what you're looking for. With over 15 years at this location and 27 years experience in the business, we are the best place to go to find your next car, truck, van, or SUV. As a member of the Better Business Bureau, we are a Carfax Advantage dealer and offer great financing rates through a local area bank with warranties available on most vehicles. We know your time is valuable, so we take special pride in making sure that you get what you came for at a price that you can afford.
Come into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
Stop by today and let us help you, or visit us online at carriagecompany.com.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, The Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, The Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, and Dagger Law.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight we're at Lakewood High School for a district semifinal matchup in Division 4 between the Fisher Catholic Irish and the Fairfield Christian Knights. And Tim, these are two teams very familiar with each other, seeing as they play in the same the league, Mid-State League Cardinal.
Yeah, this happens a lot of time, usually in sectionals, but both teams coming here to the district tonight for the semifinals, and ought to be an interesting matchup for us to watch tonight, Jared.
Fairfield Christian comes in 10-14 overall. They finished 4-10 in the MSL. Fisher Catholic 16-9 and 9-5 in the Mid-State League. Fisher Catholic, the #1 seed in this district, and going into the tournament, they had a little stumble, but they've picked it back up since then in the tournament.
Yeah, you play 22 games, and sometimes you're a little inconsistent. And the main thing is tonight, Jared, we'll see how things start in the first 5 minutes of the basketball game. Fisher has been really good recently of getting off to good starts, especially shooting the basketball. So I think for Fairfield Christian, it's their job to make sure that they don't.
No secret what Fisher Catholic brings. They kind of live and die by that three-pointer. They've scored a lot of points behind the three-point arc this year. If it's not on, it could be a tough night for them against this Fairfield Christian team.
Well, as you say, you live or you die sometimes, but shooting is something that you hope to have. But the one thing that's for sure is defense travels. So generally the team that rebounds the ball this time of year, plays solid defense, and takes care of the basketball has success.
For the Knights and Coach Roger Hooper, this is a team that's won 4 out of their last 6, kind of peaking at the right time here in tournament play. Taking a look at their main player, Caleb Collins, has had an outstanding season. Looking at one stretch of the season from in December into January, he had a 6-game stretch where he scored 42, 23, 20, 26, 24, and 39 points. That's getting it done.
That's a lot of points, Jared. And that was a younger team as far as experience goes for Coach Hooper. They had graduated a lot of contributors from last year's team, so it does take time sometimes. Remember, this is Coach Hooper's 43rd year,
wow.
44th maybe. I think he has 43 in. Yeah. So you're looking at somebody that knows how to do it and has been through it. And it's going to be patient, poised, and that's how you get better. And this is the time of year that you really want to be playing and fine-tuned.
Yep. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. The Sheridan family and staff have been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. Contact Sheridan Funeral Home at 740-653-4633 to set up an appointment with a caring professional. We will get to that tip-off momentarily. Let's talk about those first two matchups, or the only two matchups in the league between these two teams. Back on December 9th, Fisher Catholic won 58-41, and then on January 20th, Fisher Catholic won a little closer game, 60-55.
Yeah, I think what we're going to see tonight is going to be more represented by that second meeting. Yeah. And like I said, it takes teams sometimes more time than others to make growth during the season. But you never know, Jared. That's the fun of the tournament, right? Is anything can happen as we are into the full-fledged March Madness mode right now.
Glad you're with us for this district matchup between Fairfield Christian and Fisher Catholic. Also want to wish the best of luck to the Amanda Clear Creek Lady Aces, who are in the regional semifinal tonight. We're going to try to keep our eye on those score updates and pass those along to you as our game goes. For Fisher Catholic, it'll be Daniel Turner jumping center against Bradley Anderson of the Knights, and the tip is controlled by Fairfield Christian. Offense will be led by Colton Clark. They'll get it right side to Clay Williams.
Fisher playing man-to-man, Jared.
Back to Clark. There's Nathan Blowers.
Trying to play total denial on Collins there is Logan Loy.
Yeah,
not helping, just total denial and overplay.
At the block, nice turnaround. Jumper no good, but the rebound, Clay Williams on the backside. He'll kick it back out. Nice quick ball movement. Bradley Anderson for 3. In and out. Here come the Irish quickly up the floor. Left side, it's Daniel Turner. He'll get it back out to Logan Loy.
Man-to-man also by the Knights.
Here's Swindells, takes a screen. And they'll swing it around left side to Logan Loy. Loy on the drive, kick back out. Swindells will fire up a 3. No good, off the iron, too hard. And a whistle and a foul going to be called. Looked like it was going to be a good, clean rebound, but they called a foul on Fisher Catholic. Zach Sappel called for the foul.
That was good defensive pressure on the shot that time. Swindells has shot it well from the 3 recently, Jared, and basically all year. but good defense by the Knights.
And there's a turnover. It'll go back to Fisher Catholic. (0-0) the score here, just underway in the early moments of the first quarter from Lakewood High School.
Little 1-4 high, Louisville cut. I'm going to run a flex.
Nice cut, nice pass. Shot up and in for Logan Loy.
Yeah, defensively, you have to communicate better than that, Jared. I mean, that's the first ball reversal and first cut, and they get a layup.
Clark with tight defense coming from Keenan Swindells. There's Blowers, now left side, Clay Williams. Anderson kicks it back out to Collins. Collins inside the paint, good drive, puts it up and in.
That's an outstanding drive. I was surprised he got all the way to the basket without any help.
Tied up at 2 here, just under 6 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Calling their sets.
Swindells kicks it back out. Saffel. Saffel being worked on by Collins. They'll get it left side in the corner to Adam Smith. Smith, good little up and under, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Collins. Here come the Knights. Caleb Williams takes the screen and gets it over to Blowers. And they'll reset an offense with Colton Clark.
Knights are very patient.
Wow, lots of contact there, and they will call the foul. That's going to go on Daniel Turner.
Fisher has had some trouble this year in their man defense of staying in a stance and sitting down and guarding the basketball. Here's that flex cut right there. They got Logan Loy the layup earlier in the game.
Replays tonight brought to you by Kumler Collision and Automotive Repair. Here's Collins for 3, a long range with a hand in his face, and he drains it.
Yeah, that's a heck of a shot off an out-of-bounds play. But, you know, you were running through all of his points there. I mean, he's a scorer, obviously.
He is. Turner with the basketball will drive against Bradley Anderson. Maybe some contact and a foul, no call. Rebound by the Knights.
Yeah, I thought that was a good no call in that situation.
Clark gets it back out. Another 3. This time Collins hits nothing, and Clark tried to save it in, but it's going back to Fisher Catholic. Got a little anxious with that one, I think. Kind of rushed it.
Yeah, Coach Hooper's letting him know about that one. Just a little quick.
5-2, Fairfield Christian, 4:38 and counting here in the first quarter. Swindells, left side now to Loy. Here's Saffel. Saffel's had a couple pretty good games against this team throughout the season. They'll kick it back out. Swindells wanted the 3, doesn't take it. Steps right inside the three-point line. His shot's no good. Nice rebound, but shot's no good again for Fisher Catholic. And the Knights control it.
It's a good job of getting Swindells off the three-point line, Jared. Make him shoot twos, and he's not quite as comfortable.
Anderson, quick drive to the hoop. Can't get it to go, and a foul going to be called. As Blowers went up for the rebound, who are they going to get? Logan Loy?
Yeah, the referee's calling a spot foul. I thought it was on a putback.
Yeah,
but
it looked like it.
Yeah.
Fairfield Christian will take a timeout, a 30-second timeout. Timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check out their sweet deals on their website at carriagecompany.com. Mentioned Zach Saffel has had a couple pretty good games throughout the season against Fairfield Christian. In the first matchup, he went for 17, and then the most recent one on January 20th, he scored 21 against the Knights.
Well, Zach's a good scorer. He's a senior. He's been through this. He's strong. He's athletic. The thing with Zach is he just has to learn how to take his time and let the game come to him, and it looks like he's doing that. But on a positive note for Fairfield Christian, Jared, Fisher's gotten off to some really, really fast starts offensively.
Yeah.
So this is a real positive for the Knights here. They came in ready to defend them and take some things away from them. And, just good recognition right there as far as forcing Swindells off the three-point line. And it's going to be an interesting battle. Like I said, Coach Hooper comes in and knows how to get a team ready.
Well, the game that we had of Fisher Catholic against Bern Union, they came out just scorching the nets for threes. all throughout that first half and never cooled off. But
yeah,
like you said, Fairfield Christian's done a good job so far defending them.
Now Fisher goes to what they do, and play better at, and that's the zone defense. It's flat iron where you take the top man and slide him down in the post. Now it's up to them finding the shooter. Fairfield Christian's going to be really patient, Jared.
Yep. Why not? I saw some teams of yours several years ago that were very patient, and it worked out well for you.
Well, if you're comfortable doing that and you're able to do that, then it's a good way to play.
Saffel fires up a 3 off the dribble and drains it.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot because there was some pressure on that shot. And Zach was going to his left where he's less comfortable.
Yeah. Tied up at 5, 3:05 and counting here in the first quarter.
Yeah, see if this zone defense just throws Fairfield Christian off here a little bit.
Collins dumps a pass underneath, almost stolen away, but controlled by Blowers. He'll get it back out to Collins for 3. In. 8 points. All 8 of Fairfield Christian's points are for Caleb Collins.
Well, they know where to find him, but, he's looking for other people.
And a traveling violation going to be called on Logan Loy.
Yeah, you got to swing the ball a little bit. And that's sometimes where Fisher's offense, goes awry for them, Jared, is just make a ball reversal, maybe 2, and then play.
Yep.
They've got good enough players if they'll just move the basketball.
Clark left side to Collins. Now back over to Clark. They'll swing it around to Williams. Spacing issues on that right side. Bradley Anderson fires up a 3. Wow.
Well, they're giving them a dose of their own medicine, really.
Yeah.
That Fisher's usually been dishing out as their threes.
The big guy, Bradley Anderson, hits the 3 off a dribble. Here's Keenan Swindells now. Get it over to Logan Loy. 11-5 the score. Fairfield Christian. Loy to the elbow. Has to do something with it. Good tight defense from Collins on Zach Saffel. Swindells now. Off balance 3, no good. He's 0 for 3 from behind the arc. Nice rebound and put back for Daniel Turner.
Very good job by Daniel Turner getting on the backside boards. He's aggressive, he's athletic.
11-7. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Here's Collins. No good on that shot. Bradley Anderson going to be called for over the back.
And let me clarify that for you.
Yeah, I knew that was coming as soon as I said it.
I know, but that is commonality. That's been on for years. There really is no rule on that.
Right.
But he did make contact. They really just call it a push or illegal contact. There's no such thing in the rule book you'll find over the back.
Right.
Yeah. But he was over his back. Great cut by Daniel.
Good job inside finishing it, Daniel Turner.
See, the key to that in offense is change speed, change direction, Jared. And what he did was he paused. And what did the defensive player do? He paused. Yep. And then Daniel cut.
Clark looks back at Coach Hooper to get some direction.
Yeah, back to man-to-man, switching defenses on him here a little bit. Fairfield Christian just running a motion.
50 seconds to play in the first quarter. Clark drives into paint, kicks it back out. Bradley Anderson fires up another 3 and hit it. (14-9). 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. Smith gets it right corner to Turner. Turner drives, and his pass is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Irish. 26 seconds to play in the first quarter. Jaden Akers going to give Colton Clark a breather. Inbound pass comes into Swindells with 24 seconds to play in the quarter. Swindells. Boy, he desperately wanted that 3. He's going to kick it back to Daniel Turner for 3. Good decision.
If it goes in with 20 seconds in the quarter, Jared.
7 points for Daniel Turner. 14-12 was the score here with 5 seconds to play in the quarter. I'm not sure the Knights know how much time's left, down to 1 second. Not going to get a shot off. Coach Hooper not very happy.
No.
They did not have any idea how much time was on the clock.
Yeah, you gotta be a little more aware of the clock than that in that situation as a group.
But a good first quarter of play, and Tim, We've had some great sponsors on board with us all season long, and many of these for many, many years. We want to thank some of them tonight.
Let's say thanks to your community newspaper, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette. They give you news, weather, sports, and so much more at LancasterEagleGazette.com. For up-to-date game stats, look for them on Twitter at #EagleGazette. And a big shout out to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Take a look at how these two teams got here in the tournament. For Fairfield Christian, they opened up play against Madison Christian, won that game 55-42. They went on to beat Cardington Lincoln, who upset Bern Union. Fairfield Christian beats Cardington Lincoln 67-51 to get here to the district semifinal game. Fisher Catholic to get here, they beat Cristo Rey 68-35. Then they beat Gahanna Christian 79-50, and they beat Centerburg 50-27. And that's where we stand here tonight as they meet up in this district semifinal. The winner will move on to play at Bloom Carroll Saturday night in the district final game. They'll play the winner of Tree of Life and Danville. We begin the second quarter of play with Fisher Catholic with the basketball. Max Shaw is into the game for the Irish, and we've got a whistle and a foul going to be called on Nolan Blowers.
Yeah, too much hand checking. He's got to sit down and guard the basketball. And I look for him to pressure Shaw when he comes in the game. Max isn't quite as comfortable handling the ball as some of the other players.
Got an early score update. Amanda Clear Creek leads Western Reserve 8-1 with 3:08 to play in the first quarter in that girls matchup in the regional semifinal.
You said 8-1. I thought you meant in the fifth inning. See what I'm saying,
There's that
Jared?
tight defense on Shaw.
Yeah.
And a foul again going to be called on Nolan Blowers.
Well, as a defender, you have to understand, you sit down on the strong hand, which is the right hand, get in a stance, and move your feet. You know, the idea is right, the technique's wrong.
Fairfield Christian, Asa Nayers will come in. He will replace Nolan Blowers, who just picked up 2 quick fouls. Blowers has had a good season. Looking through their box scores throughout the season, he's usually that number 2 scorer for the Knights. Swindells kicks it to Shaw. And again, a foul on the player guarding Shaw.
Should we call him the foul magnet?
I guess. Asa Nayers has called for it. There's a shot of some of the Fisher Catholic fans. They brought a lot tonight. This side of the gym we're on, pretty packed. Good sized crowd on the other side, too, for Fairfield Christian.
Yeah, real good crowd. We could have played this in Lancaster, though,
You're
Jared.
right. Saffel up and under. Ball's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Irish. Logan Lloyd to inbound. There's some of the Knights fans. They brought their student section out tonight. Lloyd. Quick first step. He lost the basketball. Stolen away by Colton Clark. 3-on-2. Clark over to Williams. And Williams does a smart thing. Didn't have a good handle of it. So he pulls it back out. In the corner, Asa Nayers for 3. No good. Irish the rebound.
You know, in that transition, if he just does a simple thing like stop at the foul line on balance, they shoot a layup there. Instead, he got a little cute with the delivery.
3-point attempt put up no good for Logan Loy. Irish have only made, I say only, like it's, you know, not a lot. They've made 2 3-pointers so far in this ball game, but this is a team that typically makes way more than that in a quarter.
Yeah, Max is giving back some of those fouls now. Again,
Max is a 5'10" junior.
Yeah, I like the kids' aggressiveness there, but they just have to be a little wiser in how they play.
Looks like they're, look at that. Wow, lots of contact. Collins shot up and in.
Tough shot, but you know what? He gained some space with a little bump there.
Yeah.
He really didn't extend the arm, so the official gave him benefit of the doubt.
It looks like Fisher Catholic, their plan of attack may be to just use anybody and everybody that they've got available to go out and play tight defense on Collins as Saffel drains a 3.
Well, if they're going to play man-to-man, They're going to guard him tight. And if you're
Here
guarding
he is
Zach,
again.
yeah.
Collins to the hoop. He scores it and he's fouled.
And if you're guarding Zach Saffel, you cannot allow him to just come off the screen and shoot the three. You must make him put it on the floor and get to the glass.
Daniel Turner's called for the foul. That's his second. So that'll get Adam Smith off the bench. He'll replace Turner. For the Knights, David Forbes checks in.
You know, Collins has got some good size to him for a score, too. And
Yeah, he does.
That helps because he has vision over some of the smaller perimeter players.
Collins from the free throw line, up and good.
His shot's money. Here's the sideline break, Jared.
Saffel for three in the corner, no good. Rebounded by the Knights. Collins with 13 points in this ball game so far. The other 6 for Fairfield Christian are all from Bradley Anderson from behind the arc.
And that's fine as long as you play your role. I mean, if that's your role, then play your role.
Wow, he's on fire. Caleb Collins again for 3. 22-15 Knights. On the other end, three-pointer put up, no good.
Terrible shot.
He's 0 for 4 from behind the arc is Keenan Swindells. Clark the other way. Shot's no good. Rebound loose. Tipped, controlled, lots of contact down in the corner. And I didn't see which way
they pointed toward Fairfield Christian. Great effort by all the kids
Yeah.
there getting after a loose ball.
Watch that three right there. Off balance. Max Shaw in his face.
His shot's money, Jared.
Yes, it is.
I'll take him to the fair with me and bring all the teddy bears home.
He's averaging, 20? I think Coach Hooper sent us some stats on Collins. I think his average 20 points a game, but he's had several way over that.
Yeah, he's right at 20, and for a 22-game season, that's outstanding.
Yeah. He's had multiple games where he's been over 30. There's a block shot by David Forbes. 22-15 the score, 4:37 and counting here in this second quarter. Asen Nayers still swinging around left side to Clark. Clark will pull it out. Ooh, almost an errant pass there to Clay Williams. Now back to Clark. Clark will drive inside the paint, dish it out to the corner. To Nayers. Back to Williams now.
Outstanding patience. Just a great coaching ploy here, Jared. They're going to move the basketball and take their time, but you have to be able to handle it, and you have to trust in your teammates to handle it.
Here's Forbes. Tried to get a pass to Nayers, or check that to Williams, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights. Peyton Shockley checks in, as well as Carter Brady for the Irish. For Fairfield Christian, Bradley Anderson will check in. He'll replace Asen Nayers. Clark with the basketball. We'll get it over to Collins. Wow, if that goes in.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that one goes in, but here's the problem.
Yeah, good hustle
Long
and rebound for Forbes. Bradley Anderson with the basketball now. He'll kick it to the corner to Forbes. Forbes traveled but got away with it. Back to Anderson for 3. In. Bradley Anderson with 9 points, all behind the three-point line. 10-point lead for the Knights, 25-15.
Yeah, you find out if you are the number 1 team in the district, Jared, right here. Good job by Logan Lloyd, getting to the basket, getting to the rim.
Peyton Shockley almost with a hustle steal right there, but it goes back into the hands of Clark.
Well, Coach Brown has used his depth all year.
Yes, he has.
And you got to give him credit. He stuck them in here, too, because that's what they do, and that's what they've been used to doing.
Anderson with the basketball and a whistle and a reach foul. Who are they going to get? They get Adam Smith with it. That's his first. That's going to get Bailey Francis off the bench to check in for the Irish. Francis scored 11 in their last matchup back in January. Cameron Lettner comes in for Fairfield Christian. It'll be Lettner to inbound. He'll get it into Clark. Clark just runs right by Shockley, then kicks it over to Forbes for 3. Wow. 7 3-pointers so far in the ball game for Fairfield Christian, giving the Irish a little taste of their own medicine, I think.
Now you see how long it'll go on because, like you said, if that's what you rely on, you can also die by it.
Vogel gets it over to Shockley. Now in the corner, Adam Smith for 3, no good. Bailey Francis is fighting for the rebound. Good hustle. Got it. Over to Vogel inside the paint. His shot's no good. Got his own rebound. Put back no good. Bailey Francis the putback.
Great job of Fisher getting on the offensive boards. They call a timeout.
Yeah, quick timeout from Coach Brown. Pretty entertaining game so far, Tim.
Well, you know, that's a big possession for them right there with Vogel and Francis getting on the boards. And, you know, Bryson just looks a little nervous right now, just a little tense. Just got to take his time because he's point blank right there, and he's long enough and just getting on the boards. He and Bailey Francis provide the big lift to the Irish.
Score update in that Amanda Clear Creek girls game. 5:21 left in the first half. Amanda Clear Creek leads 13-8 for the Aces. Alyssa Evans has 11 points, 3 3-pointers already.
I'm not surprised.
That's the regional semifinal.
She's an outstanding player, Jared. Great skill set and really just a great attitude overall toward the game.
I had the pleasure of teaching when I taught at Amanda Clear Creek. I had her as well as most of her teammates, and that, you know, we did their game earlier this year. That you couldn't ask for a better group of just people, you know, not just athletes. They are just good people, and Alyssa's one of them.
That's what it's about. You know, this Fisher doing a good job staying in their press. Fairfield Christian looking it over.
Shot put up from the lefty. That's Cameron Lettner. Got his own rebound. And it's blocked. His shot's blocked into the hands of Adam Smith. Irish on the other end. Vogel puts up the shot from the baseline. Just could not get it to go down. It was in and out.
Yeah, but that one was in. I mean, you know, it didn't go in, and really good hustle by Bryson getting follow up. And Bailey Francis is heavy in there in the load for a Division IV post player. It's tough to guard here for presenting some problems for Fairfield Christian, Jared.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'5".
You know, I don't know about height. I just know he's got some girth to him and some strength.
Yep.
And just poses a problem for your defense because, you know, he gets you pinned. You've got to respect that.
Vogel's free throws up and in. Some subs coming in for Fairfield Christian. Clay Williams comes in, and so does Nolan Blowers. He's got 2 fouls. Second free throw for Vogel, up and in.
Yeah, that'll relax him seeing the ball go through. And here they are in their diamond press. Vogel steals it.
Wow, that's twice that they've almost had a steal on the inbound. Fairfield Christian a little lackadaisical on those inbounds. Wow, lots of contact there.
It's a good foul, though.
As Clay Williams went up for the shot, he's going to the free throw line.
That's a legit foul. You know, it's hard, but don't give up a layup.
Called the foul on 13, Bailey Francis. That's his first at the free throw line is Clay Williams. First free throw up and no good.
It's getting a little chippy. I like it, Jared.
Yeah, it is.
You got to keep it in check as a high school athlete, but I like the competitiveness.
Second free throw also no good. Got his own rebound, and then it's taken away. Back the other way. Here's Carter Brady, one-on-one to the hoop, and got it.
That's really poor by Fairfield Christian. You get beat on a layup on a free throw attempt.
Yep.
You got to have defensive balance.
Back to within 5. Here's Collins to the hoop. Off the glass, no good. And the Irish control it. 28-23 is the score. Just moments ago, they were down by 10.
But that's one way to speed a team up that wants to be patient, Jared, is make them, you know, pressure them and make them feel like, boy, that's a good shot.
Whistle and a timeout going to be called for Fisher Catholic. Here's that last made layup for Carter Brady.
Well, he might have had a hand on him, but no, he missed him.
Tim, we are in Lakewood country, and look, sitting right across the gym, just directly in front of you in the third row up. Is that Coach Thorpe? I think so. He's the legendary baseball coach here at Lakewood. A game that he has nothing to do with, but he just likes to come out and
let me tell you something about Coach
athletics.
Thorpe. Coach Thorpe's been coaching baseball 40.
There he is on our screen, on the right-hand side in the red hat with the L,
40-some years. Okay, but I tell you, I knew him as a basketball coach first.
Oh, really?
Yes, he loved basketball, but it's hard to put all the time into both sports. And he had a passion for basketball. I think about drove him crazy sometimes because you know how the flow of the game is much different than a baseball flow.
There's another legendary coach.
Coach K, Coach Kaminsky. Miller's Port's finest, I used to call him. Hey, we're surrounded by, are we at the Forum in L.A.? Well, I mean, we've got the stars here tonight.
There's a legendary Fisher Catholic coach.
Yep, Coach Roush. It's amazing what high school athletics does. Brings out a lot of good people, Jared.
Yeah. And there's another Coach Roush. Coach Roush behind a camera for us. He's working on that legendary status, I think.
Well, he's legendary in some of our minds.
Swindells, right side to Shockley. 28-23, under a minute to play in the first half. Shockley directs some traffic. We'll get it to Vogel. Now back to Swindells. Swindells has been held scoreless so far tonight. Adam Smith, quick drive inside the paint, and he got the shot.
See, that's a nice patient possession. Got the ball close. Fisher's had success when they're patient and get it into the lane area. Sometimes they're just not patient enough to do that.
28-25, down to 10 seconds to play in the half.
Get it to your score.
They're going to try to get it to Collins, down to 6 seconds. Inside, wide open, but he missed it. And then a foul in the putback. Nolan Blowers was wide open and missed the bunny, but he's going to get a chance at 2 free throws.
You know, it happens. I don't like to watch any player on any team because you take those with you for a little while. But you have to learn to move on.
Yep.
Great cut. Really outstanding execution by the Knights right there, Jared.
Nolan Blowers will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots.
Well, Fisher runs a sideline break here, Jared. What we mean is they'll take it out of bounds, hit the first guard, and then throw it on up the sideline. So they can get a shot off this. Probably easier on a make than a miss.
Yeah. And another free throw coming. Second one for Blowers, no good as well. And they're not going to, I don't think so. They tried. No. So the first half ends with Fisher Catholic going on a little run to pull it to within reach. 28-25 is the score at halftime as Fisher Catholic trails the Fairfield Christian Knights. Our halftime sponsors tonight are Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1889. You can visit their website at funeralhome.com, and it will guide you through the choice of dignified funeral services with personalized options, respect for tradition, regard for change. Halftime also brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Stop by and see Mark North at 2067 East Main Street in Lancaster. He'll provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. We're going to take a timeout here at halftime. We'll come back with some first half stats and analysis. This is the high school basketball game of the week.
Hi, I'm Rich. Welcome to Lines Auto Service.
Lines Auto Service, a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. We understand that your vehicle is essential to your everyday life, and we do our best to not only ensure your convenience, but care for your vehicle as if it was one of our own. We repair domestic and foreign vehicles and are your best choice for scheduled maintenance on your car, truck, SUV, or fleet vehicles, both new and old. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about you and your vehicle long after you leave. Lines Auto Service is family-owned and operated and uses the latest in diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly. We use only quality replacement parts, and our expert team of ASE certified technicians will treat you with courtesy and respect. Stop by and see us at Lines Auto Service, 268 North Broad Street in Bremen, and we'll look forward to calling you our friend.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster or 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced.
Almost everyone needs a car to get from point A to point B, and many families have 2 or more cars. At Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster, we specialize in hard-to-find used cars. Due to the recent success of the new car market, there is a large inventory of used cars available for resale. We can help you find exactly what you're looking for. With over 15 years at this location and 27 years experience in the business, we are the best place to go to find your next car, truck, van, or SUV. As a member of the Better Business Bureau, we are a Carfax Advantage dealer and offer great financing rates through a local area bank with warranties available on most vehicles. We know your time is valuable, so we take special pride in making sure that you get what you came for at a price that you can afford.
Come into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
Stop by today and let us help you, or visit us online at carriagecompany.com.
For nearly 90 years, Kumler Collision and Automotive has shown a commitment to excellence with decades of experience and a passion for auto and body repair. Over the years, we've been a big part of seeing this community grow. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about our customers long after they leave. Kumler Collision and Automotive. We're your neighbors, your friends, and if it's important to your family, it's important to ours.
The moment that you're told that you have cancer, so many things were going through my mind.
I had this pain that kind of doubled over, and FMC got me the help that I needed, so I ended up surviving.
Fairfield Medical Center has helped me get through what was the hardest 6 months of my life.
When I first came to Fairfield Medical Center, she was probably having an allergic reaction. They saved her life, and that's why she's here today.
Imagine your possibilities at Ohio University Lancaster-Pickerington. With over 250 majors to choose from, I get a great college education at half the price of other schools.
A lot of large campuses have huge class sizes where the professors don't even know you. At Ohio University, the classes are very small and the support you have is fantastic.
Campus life is awesome. There's always something to do between all the athletic events, student groups, and activities that you can always find your place in.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home to Ohio University Lancaster-Pickerington.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, and Dagger Law.
Welcome back to Lakewood High School for this Division IV District semifinal matchup between Fisher Catholic and Fairfield Christian. At halftime, the Knights of Fairfield Christian lead the Irish 28-25, but the Irish came storming back there late in that first half. Let's take a look at some first half scoring. First of all, for Fairfield Christian, it is just 3 players in the scoring column. David Forbes has 3 points. Bradley Anderson with 3 3-pointers to give him 9. And Caleb Collins leads all scorers with 16 points. For the Fisher Catholic Irish, they've spread it around quite a bit. Zach Saffel has 6 points. It's Bryson Vogel with 2. Carter Brady has 2. Bailey Francis with 2. Adam Smith has 2. Logan Loy has 4. And Daniel Turner leads the Irish with 7 points. Of note right there, Keenan Swindells, who's been scoring quite a bit throughout the season for the Irish, was held scoreless in the first half, and he was 0 for 4 from behind the three-point line.
Well, they have enough kids that they can spread the scoring around. That out of their offense, the way they move the ball and stuff, their key is getting some defensive stops and controlling Collins on the other end, Jared.
As we begin to start the second half, I want to say thank you to our scoreboard sponsor, Buffalo Wild Wings. They've been with us all year long for not only basketball but football as well. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the gang for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. Also, I want to invite you to stick around. Coming up at the conclusion of the game or near the end of the game, we will have players of the game from both of these teams tonight. Going to have our work cut out for us, I think. A lot of guys are stepping up tonight.
Well, we've got a really good ball game right here. Fairfield Christian prefer a little, less tempo.
Yeah.
I think Fisher will be better if they can speed him up. I think the press hurt Fairfield Christian. I would be surprised if we didn't see that early here in the half, because I thought it was a real positive for the Irish. They want to play a little faster, get things stirred up a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Usually the first 5 minutes of the second half will kind of be a telling story.
It'll be the Knights with the basketball to start the second half. They have the basketball in the lead, 28-25.
Now they're giving them a little half court. 1-2-2 here. Nope.
Colton Clark with the basketball. We'll hand it off to Bradley Anderson. Anderson drives baseline, puts up the jump shot and got it.
Yeah, did a really nice job putting on the floor, Jared. Call that a mid-range activity. That's a really good job.
You talked about the size and girth of Bailey Francis. How about Bradley Anderson? Kind of built the same.
He is, but he's more perimeter oriented.
Three-point attempt put up no good for the Irish. It's stolen away, though. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Turner. Or check that, Adam Smith. Yep, Adam Smith. That's his third.
See how they extend it to 1-2-2 a little bit. Try to keep Fairfield Christian out of rhythm. Soft passes over the top.
Yeah.
Allow the defense to recover. Now they go right to man out of that.
Collins takes a screen. Gets it right side to Clark.
Now they're going to be patient.
Three-point attempt put up and in for Nolan Blowers. That's his first bucket of the game.
Now that's a big lift for Fairfield Christian, Jared. Somebody else getting in the scoring column.
On the other end, three-pointer put up no good. But a good hustle rebound for Saffel, and his three is in.
That's how they play.
33-28, Clark quickly the other way. They'll get it out to Williams. Now back to Clark to reset an offense. Collins for three with the hand in his face. No good. Nobody on the backside for the rebound.
Yeah, you can get that shot anytime in the possession. That's just a little early. That's just understanding a little flow. You know, people want the faster pace. That's when you make it harder. You slow it even more then, Jared. It's kind of fun to agitate once in a while.
Turner tries to get it inside to Logan Loy, but a foul going to be called on the Knights. They call it on number 3, Colton Clark.
Yeah, he's either got to get around or not reach in that situation. Comes Zach Saffel off a backside headhunting screen.
Good fake for Saffel. Couldn't get the 3 after the fake, but a good hustle rebound for Logan Loy. Swindell's one of the 3, doesn't take it. Back out front at Saffel with Collins on him. Quick off the dribble. Saffel beat Collins to the hoop.
See, you got to make him dribble or left. Zach's good enough to do that.
Back to within 3, 33-30. Clark, good pass, and the finish for Clay Williams, and he's fouled.
Outstanding delivery. You know he's going to pass, though, defensively. I'm not sure he's attempted a shot.
I don't think he has. Fouls on Daniel Turner. That's his 3rd. So now they've got Daniel Turner with 3, Adam Smith with 3.
Has a little touch foul.
So it'll be Clay Williams to shoot, to try to complete the 3-point play. Free throws up and good. 35-30. Saffel in the corner. Swinging around out top.
That's good. That's what you got to do. You got to swing the ball, move the basketball.
Swindells kicks it back out. Try to lob it inside. Lots of contact. Logan Loy gets it out somehow, gets it out of there. Now they'll get around to Swindells for 3. No good. He's 0 for 5 from behind the arc tonight. It'll stay with the Irish.
Fairfield Christian's having a tough time keeping them off the boards. Irish done a good job scrapping and getting extra possessions. There's what he can do.
He's fouled by number 5, Clay Williams. That'll be his 1st.
Yeah, you end up right in Jason's pocket.
Yeah, he almost had a camera lens in his cheek there, I think.
But he can do that. And you know what? He's got to have a sense to know that outside shot's not there tonight. Then get to the paint.
First free throw up for Swindell's no good. Asen Nayers checks in for the Knights. He replaces Clay Williams. Swindell's second free throw up and good. First point of the night for Keenan. 36-31, 5-point lead for Fairfield Christian. Collins dribbled it out of bounds. It goes back to Fisher.
Yeah, Williams getting sped up here. I mean, Fisher's not playing. They're playing a gambling defense. You wouldn't call it fundamentally sound. They're reaching, gambling, and just trying to stir it up to get momentum so they can get the game at a higher pace, Jared.
Timeout going to be taken by Coach Hooper.
That's a good timeout.
Gives us a chance to thank some more sponsors for tonight's tournament action.
Say thanks to Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal LLC. They're fully insured, locally owned, and whether it's residential or commercial, they handle it all. Mowing, landscaping, mulching, spring and fall cleanup, and pressure washing. Specializing in all your lawn care and snow removal needs, Absolute Lawn Care has you covered. They strive to provide the highest quality of work at low prices. For your free estimate, you can contact them at 740-215-5108.
Halftime score in that girls' regional semifinal. Amanda Clear Creek leads Western Reserve 15-10, taking place at Lexington High School.
That makes me smile, Jared. That makes me smile.
Those low-scoring affairs.
Well, it's not the scoring. You can score a lot of points, but it's playing the right way and playing the pace and learning how to execute, learning how to be decisive.
Swindells drives inside the paint, kicks it in the corner to Turner.
They're trying to post the guard, see. Logan has an advantage, but
good hustle
He's out of bounds.
Bodies all over the floor, but unfortunately, Logan Loy's out of bounds. But how about the hustle from Zach Sappel to save it inbounds before that?
No, Zach's really heady and a good athlete. Now they're going to go back out of their pressure, which they were having some success with, I felt. Now they're going back to a standard 2-3. Now they're going to run and trap, see? They're still trying to.
Flowers.
Yeah, still trying to. They want to speed them up.
Errant pass right there, but it's going to stay with. Luckily for the Knights, it stays their way. Collins threw a bad pass. It'll be Knights basketball in the corner.
It's a tough spot to inbound. It is. It's a really tough.
Didn't it used to be there were only certain spots on the floor that you could inbound?
Well, they pretty much put it anywhere now.
Yeah, they do. Boy, there's a dangerous little bounce pass. Skip pass over to Nayers.
This is the pace the Knights want right here. Keep Fisher on defense.
There's Anderson. Anderson with tight defense on him, goes inside the paint, loses it. The Blowers gets it back. Here's Collins, wide open three, long range, no good. Whistle and a foul. Lots of bodies on the floor. Who are they going to get?
Yeah, it's on Logan Loy. Trying to block out. It's having to be contact.
They called that on Logan Loy. That's his second. Coach Brown not too happy with the call.
So I like the scrap of it, though. You got to compete.
That's a big one there. That's going to be 4 on Daniel Turner.
Yeah, the Fisher kids are starting to respond to calls now. You put your palms in the air.
You're right.
You make faces at the official. It's not going to make it any better.
Daniel Turner with 4 fouls. He's going to have to check out. 3:40 still to play in the third period. Adam Smith has 3. And Smith is still in the game. Inbound pass comes into Blowers. Good backdoor cut, and they found him.
I tell you what, Jared, they slipped the screen. Did a great job on the out-of-bounds play. Fisher overplayed, cheating to Collins, and they found a screener.
38-31 Knights. In the corner, it's Vogel. Vogel to the elbow.
Yeah, their motion's too tight.
Loy on the drive. Turnaround jumper, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Saffel hustles for the rebound. His shot no good. Blowers the rebound.
Slow down. That's what Coach Hooper's telling him right there.
Down to 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
You can push the ball up the floor and explore it. And if you get what you like, great. Otherwise, then learn how to run offense.
Back out to Williams. Now to Collins.
Yeah, see, he can't beat Swindell's off the dribble. That's a good job, Swindell. You got to sit down and guard.
Flowers gets the cutter. That's Bradley Anderson. Shot no good. Rebound by Logan Loy.
Yeah. Good job by officials letting that play on, Jared.
Vogel kicks it over in the corner. Adam Smith for 3. No good. Saffel the rebound. Nobody for Fairfield Christian block. There were 3 of them there.
No, not at all. Nobody blocked. And Zach's been all over the offensive boards. That's a dimension that I've seen of him tonight that's really improved.
Collins has it tipped. It goes off of him. And it'll go back to the Irish. They trail by 5, 38-33 with 2:08 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, you have to know if you're playing against Logan. He's going to let you go by and then reach from behind.
Coach Hooper is going to take another timeout. Probably a pretty good timeout. We've seen, it seems like all 3 quarters so far, Fairfield Christian's played pretty well. And then toward the end, I don't know what it is. If Fisher Catholic just steps up a little bit, or, you know, what is it, Shoot, from a coaching standpoint?
Well, they got a little fight to them, first of all, Jared. And defensively, they've turned them up. Fairfield Christian is not comfortable with the defensive pressure. So from Fisher's standpoint, you got to keep putting the pressure on. You know, we talked about before how it's important your technique's good in that pressure there, because fouling will negate your pressure. A foul's a mistake most of the time. And if you have great pressure but you foul, the pressure means nothing. So they have to learn how to put pressure on the Knights, don't foul, and force them into things they're not as comfortable. Fairfield Christian, on the other hand, they want to stay sound, move the ball, and get the ball to their 2 basic scores and take whatever else is there. So we got to kind of battle the wills here, and that's what's kind of fun. You know, we got a 5-point game here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
1 quarter to play at Lexington High School. Amanda Clear Creek leads Western Reserve 21-17. Been a tight ball game throughout, but the Lady Aces, if they can hold on 1 more quarter, they're headed to the regional final.
Yeah, the whole key there is you don't care as long as you have 1 more point. It's about advance and move on.
You're right. Ottawa Glandorf awaits the winner of that one. Right here at Lakewood, it's 2:02 to play in the third quarter. Fairfield Christian leads 38-33. Vogel, he's on the board with 3.
And ran him off a double screen. Good job by the Irish and Coach Brown off of a timeout, Jared, running a special play.
38-36, Bradley Anderson to the hoop, but he's fouled.
Yeah, that's all about verticality.
They call it on Zach Vogel, or Zach Sappel, that is. That's his second. Here's that 3 from Vogel. Don't like to see the players talking to officials.
Nah, you just got to play the game. You have enough to do to play as a player, Jared. Your job's to shoot, dribble, pass, rebound, play defense. Forget about the officiating.
Yep. Brady enters the game. He'll replace Keenan Swindells. And that's exactly what Coach Brown was talking to him about, is don't talk to the officials. As Anderson hits the second free throw.
I've never had an official change it when a player talks to it.
Yep. Brady gets it right side to Smith. Vogel almost loses it. Then Anderson going to be called for a foul.
Calm down, people.
Yeah, no kidding. There was no way that was intentional.
No, it's just kids hustling for the ball.
And then he went and helped him up. Come on.
Now, as we all know, people get irrational.
Saffel in the corner. One-on-one with Collins. Saffel to the hoop. Has it swatted, but I think they're going to call a foul on Caleb Collins. That'll be his first.
Yeah. In high school, that looks like a foul. You see Coach Ripper, he didn't even flinch.
Right.
It looks like a foul.
And he calls Collins over to talk to him about it.
Well, he's going to tell him to sit on his right hand, I believe. And you got to make him drive left.
Free throw up and good for Sappel. David Forbes checks into the ballgame for the Knights. He replaces Clay Williams. Sappel will get a second free throw, try to pull him to within 2. And he does so. 40-38. Fairfield Christian took a lead about midway through that first quarter, and they've held it ever since. But Fisher Catholic hanging around 40-38. They've cut it 2 now.
See how they've got him out of sync, Jared?
Yes.
The ball pressure.
All kinds of pressure.
Yeah, they're just not comfortable. There's no spacing. There's no balance in their offense. And that's a better job of Fisher Catholic guarding the ball without fouling, and you get a turnover because of a tied-up ball.
Jaden Boyden checks into the ball game for Fisher Catholic with 1:04 to play in the third quarter. It'll be Carter Brady bringing it up. Right side, it's Vogel. Irish trail it by 2, 40-38. Brady, kick it out. 3-point attempt put up, no good.
Look who got it.
Yep, Sappel with the rebound. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Forbes.
Yeah, great hustle by Zach Sappel, though, Jared. He's all over the offensive boards right now. Coach Hooper's asking for 1 now. It's hard if you don't handle the ball well to get to that 1, but this is how you play, Jared. You get it down to 8 seconds, and you take either the momentum with you or what you have already.
Clark will dribble it over to the left side. You can bet they're going to try to get it to Collins or Anderson, down to 12 seconds.
That's too soon.
Here's Blowers, down to 8 now. Here's Collins. Collins fires up a 3 with pressure. No good. Irish are actually going to get a shot off 3/4 of the court. No good for Carter Brady. 38-34 is the score. Or I'm sorry, 40-38 as we will head into the fourth quarter. Boy, we're in for a doozy of a finish here, I think, Shu.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting 3 quarters. And you know what, we kind of talked about that on, coming to the game. I thought it was going to be pretty interesting. You know, people say it's hard to beat somebody 3 times. I disagree with that. If you play better, and if you have the better team, you can win 3 times. That has nothing to do with anything, in my opinion.
Winner of this game will move on to take on the winner of Danville and Tree of Life on Saturday at Bloom Carroll High School.
Yeah, let's shout out to the Bloom Carroll girls, too. Chad Little and his girls team at Bloom Carroll won their first ever district title. Now, I know they lost last night in the regional, but that's a great accomplishment because to make greater steps, sometimes you have to take the first step.
You're right.
And big shout out. They had a really good end of the year run here.
And you know, a lot of credit goes out to their girls team and their boys team. They had a huge couple of wins there in the tournament as well. They also lost last night, but both those teams playing with heavy hearts as they lost a classmate in a tragic car accident on Friday night, I believe it was. And then the boys had to turn around and play a game at 1 o'clock on Saturday, which they won against Granville. But, man, just hearts go out to the community at Bloom Carroll. But congratulations, like you said, to the girls program. Man, first district championship. Impressive.
That's exciting and fun when you have that.
Meanwhile, here at Lakewood, it's the Fairfield Christian Knights clinging to a 2-point lead, 40-38 over the Fisher Catholic Irish as we head into the fourth quarter. Clark with the basketball. Carter Brady remains in the ballgame for the Irish to guard Clark. There's a three-pointer. Wow.
That's out there, Jared.
Way out there. Bradley Anderson. 16 points in the ballgame for Anderson. He matches Caleb Collins. Collins hasn't scored at all this half. For the Irish, three-point attempt, no good. Offensive rebound for Jaden Boyden, he's fouled.
Good call. I tell you what, people don't understand, long shots mean long rebound. Now look where he is.
Wow, he's way out there.
That's way out there.
And Vogel was, had a hand in his face.
Yeah, I'd like to see him put his hand up, though, and make him shoot through pressure and block vision.
Blowers was called for the foul. That's his third. Saffel on the inbound. Three-pointer and hits nothing. Good backside rebound and put back for Jaden Boyden. His first points of the ball game.
I think it's the first time he's been in the game.
I think he ended the third quarter in the game. But he's only played about a minute total.
They've got a lot of depth, and if somebody's not getting it done, you can sub people in. That's a good thing to have.
43-40. Here's Blowers. Get it back out to Clark. Anderson from three again. No good. Rebounded by Carter Brady.
That's too close, Jared. It's only at 20 feet that time.
Vogel will fire up a three. No good. Long rebound. Got his own. Puts it back up. No good. Fighting for his own rebound again. It's into the hands of Boyden. Boyden will fire up a three. No good. But look at the hustle rebound for the Irish, Carter Brady. Here's Saffel for three. No good.
I feel like we're at the fair.
Who's going to win the teddy bear? Whistle and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Brown. Boy, how about the offensive rebounding there by Fisher Catholic?
Yeah, real active. Fairfield Christian has not gotten to the basketball off the boards at all. And
here was that putback.
But long shots are long rebounds, yeah.
Right.
Good job by Boyden right there. He's provided a lift in this quarter.
Over at Lexington, 2:06 to play in the ball game. Amanda Clear Creek clinging to a 30-28 lead in the regional semifinal against Western Reserve. So 6:05 to play in the ball game here at Lakewood in this Division IV district semifinal. It's Fisher Catholic trying to fight through. Doesn't matter how long you led in the ball game, as long as at the end of the game you have one more point.
Well, they've shown a lot of fight and grit here second half. Gotten a lot of loose balls, a lot of second chances. Have not shot the ball well, but their effort on the offensive boards has made a difference.
Knights lead it 43-40. 6:05 to play in regulation. Brady with it. They'll get it right side to Logan Loy. Back to Vogel for three. High arching shot, no good. Another offensive rebound for Carter Brady and the Irish.
You know, and that's great by Carter because that's a long, you're going to have long rebounds.
Logan Loy scores it and he's fouled.
Posting up the guard again. Got a good entry.
First points of the half for Logan Loy.
Well, they look at it as they have an advantage in a mismatch in there, Jared. And how many guards practice defense in the post?
Loy, yeah, you're right.
Hardly any. So sometimes it's good to put them in there and do that.
Loy to try to complete the three-point play, and he does so, and that ties it up. Here was that entry into him.
Yeah. And, you know, like I said, you're putting another player on the other team in a position where he's just not going to get much practice at that.
Yep. Tied up at 43, 5:40 to play in the ball game. Clark brings it up for the Knights. He'll hand it off to Collins. Collins dribbled it off his foot into the hands of Saffel. Saffel 1-on-2 to the hoop. It's up and in.
Yep. Straight
and
line.
We've got a technical foul on the Fisher Catholic Irish, Jaden Boyden, for hanging on the rim. So Saffel, here's what happened here. Saffel goes 1-on-2. Vogel, Boyden, you'll see, will come from behind. I think he thought he was going to land.
Yeah, it's 1-on-2, but
he's
still getting to the rim, Jared. And he gets it in contact.
Yeah, there's no reason to jump up and do that.
That's high school. That's definitely called in high school.
So Saffel completes the three-point play to give the Irish a 46-43 lead. But now on the other end, for Fairfield Christian, it'll be Caleb Collins to shoot free throws. He gets 2 of them. He has not scored in this half. Still has not scored in the half. Second one's good. And the Knights will have the basketball. They trail at 46-44, 5:29 to play.
Well, we'll find out at the end where that point makes a difference in the game.
Yeah, you're right.
Just out of not a very good decision.
Clark with the basketball, gives it off to Collins. Right side, it's Forbes. Down the corner, Anderson. Anderson kicks it back out to Forbes. Now back to Clark.
Yeah, there's really been no rhythm in their offense there.
Forbes. Back out now to Clark. Clock rolls down to 5:02. Here's Anderson. Vogel with tight defense. Anderson on the drive, and he's fouled.
Yeah, after you swing the ball once or twice against Fisher, what you want to do is put it on the floor and attack the basket. They struggle guarding the basketball one-on-one.
They call the foul on Logan Loy. That's his third. Bradley Anderson to shoot 1-and-1 here. First one's up and good. As a substitution comes in, Tim, we got a score update. 58 seconds to play over in Lexington. Amanda Clear Creek, back-to-back turnovers. They trail it now 31-30.
Oh, my.
So we'll keep our eye on that one. Fairfield Christian takes a timeout. They trail it 46-45 with 4:55 to play in regulation, we'll say. Should this game go to overtime, Fisher Catholic's in some pretty big foul trouble. They've got Logan Loy has 3, Daniel Turner has 4, Adam Smith with 3.
I think that's significant as far as that you're fouling, but as far as the ability to have players to play, they have enough players to play, Jared.
Yeah.
You know, they're really 10 deep as far as players. I don't know how many have played in the game tonight, but there's no problem. It's finding the groups that work well together.
Well, they've had 9 that have scored.
Yeah,
they've had, Max Shaw's had plenty of playing time tonight. Another guy and Peyton Shockley, he's played, hasn't scored. So they've got 11 guys that have played.
in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not an issue of players. It's a matter of the fouls.
Another one to look at as well is Bailey Francis. He hasn't played in the second half. And he had a pretty good game against these guys. Scored 11 off the bench back in January. Anderson at the free throw line. Second free throw up and good.
Yeah, it slowed them down. They want to run that break on the side. And that slowed them down, just overplayed the guard.
They're tied back up at 46 with 4:50 to play in the ball game.
See what Fisher gets out of a timeout if they get anything here.
Saffel takes a screen, going to drive, kick it over to Vogel in the corner for three. No good, rebounded by Williams.
Again, I think you can get that shot anytime in a possession. Seen both teams do that, Jared.
There's Clark. Back out to Williams. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Flowers was open. And a foul going to be called.
Yeah.
Reach in. They call it on Logan Lloyd. That's his fourth.
The foul is on Fisher Catholic's number 3, Logan Lloyd, his fourth, team 8 at the line.
So Caleb Collins to the free throw line. Here's another thing, Tim. You know, you get down to where you have to foul. They're going to have to play the game, substitute to get foulers in the game possibly. Missed the free throw, rebounded by the Irish.
That's a big miss.
Boy, Collins has not been good from the line tonight.
I bet his seasonal percentage is pretty doggone good.
Yeah.
That one there didn't look very good.
Loy to the hoop, no good.
Yeah.
And out of bounds, it'll go back to Fairfield Christian.
Again, the ball never got moved. You know, shooting a tough shot from the side. I sometimes think their shot selection really breaks their offense down.
Well, Tim, a tough loss over in Lexington. Amanda Clear Creek falls to Western Reserve 34-30. Aces finished the season 21-6. Wow. Game that they led almost the entire game until the final couple of minutes. So we want to say congratulations to the Aces. They've had a tremendous season. 3:34 to play here in the fourth quarter at Lakewood. 46-46 to score. Williams, backdoor cut. He finds Blowers, and he puts it up and in.
See, that was great execution.
He fired that ball, didn't he?
It was great execution. They ran the open post. Got a back cut on the overplay, and that's how you beat overplay and aggressive defense, Jared. You set them up for a back cut.
Boy, he threw it hard. Blowers did a good job to haul it in. 48-46 is the score here. Saffel on the drive. Has it blocked by Collins. And it'll stay with the Irish.
Yeah, you still got to make Zach drive left, though. Zach did a good job getting there, but you still have to make him drive with his left hand.
Logan Loy inbounds it to Vogel in the corner. Vogel picks up his dribble, get it back out to Brady. There's Vogel again. Vogel inside the paint. He'll pop a shot from the free throw line. No good. Lots of players hustling and pulling it out of there. Carter Brady. Well, he's been all over the offensive board since he's been in the game.
Carter's got more offensive rebounds than a lot of people.
Yeah. Vogel shot no good. Clark the rebound. Littlest guy on the court this time for the Knights.
Sometimes a squirrel finds a nut out there, Jared.
Irish set to get some of their starters back in the ball game as Adam Smith and Keenan Swindells are ready to check back in.
See what the Knights get out of this possession here. There's their back cut from the wing.
Back to Clark. 2:13 and counting. Knights lead it by 2, 48-46, and a foul going to be called on Carter Brady.
That looked intentional. I don't.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't want to start intensely fouling at this point.
So Brady gets called for the foul. Swindells and Smith check in.
Unless they know something I don't know.
Vogel and Jaden Boyden check out. Carter Brady stays in the ball game, and why not? The kid's been all over the place getting offensive rebounds. Free throw put up, no good for Clark.
Yeah, the free throw line's hurt the Knights so far in this quarter, Jared.
Swindells, they'll swing it around right side to Smith.
Yeah, real good cut right there, good movement.
Swindells, quick first step, he'll kick it back out. Double dribble going to be called on Carter Brady. Just got a little excited there. Daniel Turner comes back into the ball game for the Irish.
One of the most important things that an offensive player, and you got to teach offensive players, is go at the speed you want to go at. The defense a lot of time dictates, and there the defense sped him up.
Yeah. Clark being worked.
Yeah.
You're right. They're fouling intentionally now.
Yeah, it's a shack attack here.
But we just saw Clark at the free throw line miss it. Didn't look real good on the free throw, so maybe this is the guy they want to foul.
I don't know. Maybe they have, like I said, in scouting and preparation, they just know. So
Colton Clark has not scored tonight, but I tell you what, he's done a great job handling the ball for Fairfield Christian.
And he's delivered some good passes.
And he scores right there on the free throw.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, you're only down 2 with over a minute and a half to play. Second free throw for Clark. No good. Rebounded by Logan Loy. 49-46, a minute 41 to play in regulation. Wide open. Drive. Shot put up and in for Daniel Turner.
Yeah, good decision by Daniel right there. I thought he was going to crank a three. Jared,
it looked like it.
He did a good job. He's been off the field or off the court the whole game. Came in. Don't come in and crank up shots off the bench.
Timeout is taken. We've got a minute 29 to play, and I know the game's not over, but we can get to our players of the game on this full timeout. Let's go with, first of all, our Fisher Catholic player of the game, brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. There's no one like you. Your hopes, dreams, talents, and experiences, even what you value in a bank, are unique to you. Lost my paper there. Where was I? That's why, instead of telling you what we can do, we'd rather listen to what you need, because of Fairfield National Bank. Your story is the one that matters. There's no one like you. There's no bank like us. Could there be a better reason to meet? Fairfield National Bank. Be delighted with your bank. Fairfield National Bank is a division of the Park National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Contact information at fairfieldnationalbank.com.
Well, I think if you look at the Irish, we talked about a lot about strength, but I think the guy that's really got them geared and back into the game has been Zach Saffel.
Yep.
Jared, he not only has he provided the three-point shooting, but he's also driving to the basket now. How many offensive rebounds are getting hands on balls? Yes. His effort tonight's been real outstanding, and I think he's been kind of the leader tonight for the Irish.
So congratulations, number 21, Zach Saffel from Fisher Catholic. He is our Irish player of the game. We will get to our Fairfield Christian player of the game in just a few moments. On the next dead ball, we will get them. Brought to you by Lines Auto. Williams will inbound it to Clark. Get it back to Williams.
See what Coach Hooper comes up with. Irish going to trap him, make him play.
And they will foul Clark again.
Well, he's going to have enough practice when he gets there. So
yeah. Swindells is called for the foul. That's his second. So Colton Clark back to the free throw line. Shoot 2 shots now, double bonus. First one's up and no good. I don't think Colton has much confidence. I saw his reaction when he was fouled. He actually seemed disappointed that he was fouled.
Yeah, boy, that makes it tough when you have a guard like that handles the ball a lot.
Second free throw also no good. Rebounded by the Irish. They trail it by 1, 49-48.
Yeah.
In the corner, Turner, get it back out. They'll swing it around the Swindells at the top of the key. Here's Saffel. That's who you want to have the ball if you're the Irish.
Sure do. He's been the playmaker.
Yep. Here he goes on the drive, and a foul going to be called on Nolan Blowers. That's his 4th. While the official comes to the table, let's talk about our Lines Auto Fairfield Christian player of the game. Lines Auto, located at 268 North Broad Street in Bremen. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Or visit them online at www.linesauto.com. Saffel misses the free throw. And a good job by Williams to hustle in and take the ball away.
Yeah, he just flat took it.
We'll get to that player of the game momentarily as we've got action on the floor here. Under a minute to play. Collins with the basketball.
He's not going to give it back.
He's like, I'm holding this. You've got to foul. You're going to foul me. However, he's not been the greatest at the free throw line tonight.
No.
And he throws it away, but it's taken by Clark. And Clark going to be fouled now by Swindells.
Wonder they didn't call that intentional.
You're right.
You got to be careful wrapping up people.
So Colton Clark goes back to the free throw line. And Tim, our Lines Auto Fairfield Christian player of the game is?
Yeah, he's had a great run and everything, Caleb Collins. But I think tonight Bradley Anderson's been the player of the game.
I agree.
He's been real consistent, both halves. Well, you feel bad for any kid.
Yeah.
That steps up there. See, he ought to be walking off the line now.
Take a deep breath.
Regroup and focus and walk back up. He's staying there.
Second free throw is good for Colton.
You know, we don't root for anybody when we're here, but I root for kids.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't like seeing any kid have to, they had to take him out.
50-48 is the score. Fairfield Christian with the lead, 37 seconds to play in the ball game.
Now here we go, Jared. This possession could determine the game. It's about execution on either end, offensively or defensively.
Swindells with the basketball. Looking for Saffel. Needs to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Gets it over to Smith. Back to Swindells, and a timeout going to be called by Coach Brown.
Here we go.
With 22.7 to play. All right, Tim, you've been in plenty of situations like this.
A few hundred or so.
Pressure cookers. What are you drawing up in the huddle?
Well, first of all, I don't draw anything up. If we haven't practiced it, we're not doing it. We're going to do something we're comfortable with, that we've practiced. We understand the looks and the options. Offensively, what you got to do is you got to make sure you just take the first good available shot, not wait till the end or whatever. If it comes in the first pass, it comes in the first pass, whatever. You want to take what is available whenever it happens. And you want your best players and your best scorers to have the basketball.
Look at Coach Hooper there coaching, man. He's been doing it a long time.
43 years, Jared. Like
wow.
I said, this might be, I think this is his 44th. He's
where are all his stops? Do you know all of them?
All his what?
The stops that he's had coaching?
Mostly. He coached, he's a rare bird in the sense that he took a girls team from New Lexington to the state tournament, and he took the Fairfield Christian boys. He's one of the few guys I know that's coached both boys and girls at the state tournament.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. I'll tell you, Coach Hooper goes way back. He was coaching when I was, getting out of high school and college, and I used to watch his camps. And here we go, Jared. We may have to stand up.
We might have to stand up as well.
Yeah, I think I'm okay, but here we go.
Inbound pass comes into Swindells.
Yep.
Down to 20 seconds. Swindells almost has it taken away. He'll get it back to Logan Loy. Loy on the drive, lost it. It's taken by Blowers. Blowers the other way. Lays it up, can't get it to go. Collins a rebound. 8 seconds to play.
Oh, my
Collins
gosh.
is fouled. Oh, man. Collins going to go to the free throw line. These are big right here. They lead it by 2, 50-48, with 7.1 seconds to play.
I can't believe that ball did not go in the basket.
So Caleb Collins to the free throw line. He has 17 points on the night, but has not been the greatest from the line, and he missed it again. Boy, you desperately need one of these if you're the Knights.
Yeah, Fairfield Christian's really struggled from the foul line, Jared, and it's a game decider.
He needs one of these. There's no such thing as a 4-point shot, so you need one if you want to at least.
Well, this is real big because if not, Fisher can drive to the basket, Jared.
Second free throw good.
Okay, now you got to get a three.
And a timeout going to be called with 7.1 seconds to play.
Now,
51-48, Fairfield Christian.
I'll tell you this. At one point, I never believed in fouling in this situation. I do now.
Why not?
Well,
they can only shoot 2 free throws.
As the 3-point shot, this is the 20th year of the 3-point shot, something like that. There was an article Steve Blackledge did in Dispatch this week. If you get a chance, read it. It's very good on the evolution of the 3-point shot and how it's changed the game and revolutionized it. At this point, kids are so comfortable and shoot it so much that I think you have to change your thinking. At this point, what I would do is I would try to moderately pressure you to half court, and then we're going to foul so you can't tie the game. Now, the key is you have to practice those scenarios.
Well, here's the question that I'd have for you, though. As well as Fisher Catholic has been on the offensive boards, would it make you nervous at all that they make the first one, miss the second one, and get a putback?
No. I think the percentage is less, especially when you look at a team like Fisher. If we can't block you out at the foul line and get the rebound, we're probably not good enough to win the game anyway. That's how I'd view it, and I'd tell our kids, because we did practice a lot of free throw line situations. So, and Coach Hooper's getting them up here. They're going to give the moderate pressure. And you have to switch all screens defensively, Jared.
Here we go. 7.1 seconds on the clock. 51-48. Fairfield Christian leads it by 3. Irish to inbound. They'll get it in to Daniel Turner, down to 6 seconds. Over to Swindells. to the right side. Three-pointer put up. No good. And the Fairfield Christian Knights will win it 51-48 over the Fisher Catholic Irish, avenging 2 losses to the Irish in the regular season. How about that? (51-48) is your final score as the Knights of Fairfield Christian hang on to beat the Fisher Catholic Irish. Quarter by quarter, Tim, at the end of one, Fairfield Christian led at 14-12 by 2. At halftime, they led by 3, 28-25. At the end of the third quarter, they led by 2, 40-38. And then they win the game by 3, 51-48.
Well, to only give up 48 points to Fisher, I have to give a big credit to Coach Hooper and Fairfield Christian. They really did a good job defensively. It's just one of those things. Hard to lose anytime.
Yep.
This is always difficult. You watch kids who have put a lot of time in and effort, and it's tournament time. The good news is the sun will rise tomorrow. You have to get up and do it. I've been through this a lot of times, and it's always hard. You have kids that you're attached to as seniors, even though Coach Brown's only been here 1 year. You've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You put a lot of time and effort in. You get to know them, and even more as players, you get to know them as people. And I always found that the hardest thing of all. Just give credit to the team that won the game. I thought Fairfield Christian's game plan and their play was different in each half.
Yeah, you're right.
First half was Caleb Collins pretty much scoring for them. Scored, 16 points in the first half. Second half, they got contributions from some other guys. Fisher did not shoot the ball well tonight. I thought their effort was fine. I thought they got on the offensive boards, did an outstanding job getting second shots. But if you don't shoot the ball well, that means you have to do it another way. And sometimes that's defensively, sometimes it's executing a key possession. So, credit to Fairfield Christian, and best luck to them as they move on in the tournament.
Take a look at some scoring for the game. Keenan Swindells, they held him in check. He scored 1 point tonight for Fisher Catholic. Also, Logan Loy had 7. It was Daniel Turner with 9. Adam Smith had 2. Bailey Francis with 2. Carter Brady had 2. It was Bryson Vogel with 5. Jaden Boyden had 2. And leading the way for the Irish was Zach Saffel with 18 points. So they had 9 guys in the scoring column tonight, which is pretty typical for them.
Yes, and like I said, they had some guys play really well, and some guys, it's just trying to get a feel. And Coach Brown has the best feel. He's been with them all year, putting people in and rotating them. That's not an easy thing to do. And a high school game is only 32 minutes.
Yeah.
A college game, when we've done the OAC and those things, where it's 40 minutes, it's very different, Jared. So hats off to him. He's done a great job. Best wishes to them as they get ready in the off season here, and it's always hard. Like I said, it's tough, a tough pill to swallow. But no losses are easy. I used to say winning is jubilation and losing is misery.
Look at scoring
that's just the way it goes.
Scoring for Fairfield Christian, it was Colton Clark. He finished with 2 points, 2 big ones from the free throw line. I know he missed some, but the ones he made were big. It was Clay Williams with 3 points. Nolan Blowers had 6. David Forbes with 3. And then the Knights had 2 guys with 18 points. Caleb Collins had 16 in the first half, 2 in the second half to finish with 18. And Bradley Anderson with 2 9-point halves to finish with 18 points. And he was our Fairfield Christian player of the game. So congratulations to the Fairfield Christian Knights and Coach Roger Hooper as they will move on to take on the winner of Tree of Life in Danville. That district final game will be at Bloom Carroll High School this Saturday at 1 p.m. Congratulations once again, and good luck to the Knights.
Yeah, and if Tree of Life wins, that's a good friend of ours, Joe Arntz, coach at Tree of Life, and does an outstanding job. That'd be interesting to see if he gets the opportunity to match up. So the tourney trail continues as the boys districts wrap up this week, and maybe the Falcons from out Rushville might end up in the regional next week too. So we've got some things going on.
Want to say a big thank you to Lakewood Athletic Director Bo Hansen. Did a great job as always, great facility here, and thanks to Bo for getting us set up here. Our guys showed up early, and he was here ready to go for them. So thank you, Bo, and thank you to Lakewood for being a great host. I want to say thank you as well to our Interface Video Productions crew, always bringing you great pictures and sights from the contest and doing a good job pushing the buttons and stuff behind the scenes. So thanks to those guys as well. Getting your final score tonight in the Division IV district semifinal game. It was Fairfield Christian knocking off the #1 seed, Fisher Catholic, by a final score of 51-48. For Tim Shoemaker and our entire Interface Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, The Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, The Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, and Dagger Law.